Hi, welcome. So we're gonna quickly go over the basics of sitting. I know it sounds so boring, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna go over the basics of sitting and launch into a few things that can help reduce headache tension. So sitting. I am sitting on a blue yoga mat wearing a blue shirt, which probably wasn't the best choice, and black shorts. Behind me are two blue blocks and a blue strap. I need to get different colored stuff, I'm sorry, but everything is blue today, and my wall is white at least. Okay, I'm sitting horizontally on the mat. So when I'm talking about relations in the yoga mat, the front of your mat is going to be vertical, right? So go to the front of your mat that's vertical, just at the top of your mat, the skinniest point, looking forward. So otherwise, if you're lengthwise on your mat, if you're horizontal on your mat, so that's where I am now. So I'm not at the front of the mat, I'm at the side of my mat. So I'm sitting like on the side of my mat, horizontal. I'm sitting in the center of it, and I'm sitting on my sit bones. So your sit bones are literally those two bones in the bottom of your butt. So you can use your hand and just kind of feel where they are and make sure that they are connected with your surface, which in my case is a yoga mat. And this is kind of like where you decide if you feel comfortable sitting on a yoga mat. I'm actually sitting on two yoga mats because I find it more comfortable, but you have to find it feels the most comfortable for yourself. And for a lot of people, this is a very uncomfortable position. So if that's you, grab your two blocks and start playing around with what's going to be most comfortable. So you can place blocks under your knees. So it doesn't really matter what direction you place the blocks. I happen to have the blocks in the lowest setting, but depending, you might want them on the tallest setting. You just want to feel comfortable. You can even take like a little blanket and put it in between your ankle, connecting to your other ankle if it feels like bony and uncomfortable. You could take block or pillow or blanket and put it, so I have the block in the lowest setting and it's horizontal, and I'm sliding it under my sit bones. So now I'm actually sitting on the block. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Don't fall over. So I'm sitting sideways on the block. So when I first started doing yoga and I would be sitting for a long time in meditation, I found this personally the most comfortable, but everybody has a different body, so you have to figure out what's most comfortable for you. So, and figuring out how you like sitting during yoga is one of the most important things you can do, because you're always going to come back to sitting eventually. And maybe if sitting is like, there are days when I have really, really bad headaches and sitting is just no. Really the most important thing in yoga is to have a straight spine. So you're going to want to have a straight spine. So maybe that's just going to be laying down. Some days I just have to do it laying down. So once you've figured out your seated or laying down resting pose, my knees are bent. In school we used to call this crisscross applesauce. So I have my left knee bent with my left foot connecting with the inside of my right thigh, and my right foot knee is also bent coming outside. I have both of my feet, if you can see with the contrast, on the mat. So this is like a really lazy way to sit. So my left knee is bent close to me, and my right knee kind of curls around outside of me like a cat's tail. So that's one way you can sit. You can also pick up that outside leg and put the foot into the crease of the opposite leg between the knee and the thigh. This is Sukhasana, easy pose. You can go out and sit in lotus, and if this is still like, no way. You can grab a chair, nothing wrong with a chair, or you can take your block and go ahead. So my block is vertical, and I'm going to slide it on the shortest setting in between my knees. I'm in a kneeling position, and I'm coming to sit on the block. Maybe I need two blocks. So I'm just kind of kneeling, sitting on the block, trying to keep my spine straight. So this is Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose, hero pose, with a block modification. So really, when we say comfortable seat, we mean it. Whatever is most comfortable for you right now. So once you've found your comfortable seat, and you figure out the lower part of your body, now you need to figure out the upper part of your body. So again, having a straight spine is really, really important for a yoga practice. So you can kind of play around with blocks. I need lots of blocks. I'm going to sit next to the wall, against the wall. I'm coming all the way to the wall and just trying to feel what feels most comfortable. Everyone's back has a bit of a curve, so I'm sliding the block vertically on its lowest setting on the wall. So I'm going to show you. Sorry, this block is blue. I'm going to actually wrap this block in a purple towel so you can see it against my blue shirt. I need to get some other colored equipment. I'm sorry, I'm really into this blue phase for a while. Okay, so I've wrapped the block in this pink towel, purple towel. I'm showing you. So I'm putting it vertically in my back. And you can find the spot that works best for you. Coming to sit against the wall. You're just trying to fill that hollow in your back. And then just take your shoulders down and back, looking forward. Try to engage your core. I find that because of our nystagmus, it's really, really hard to even know what a straight posture feels like. You can also just try to find your straight posture when you're laying down, and just try to remember how this feels without a block. Engage your core, use your core muscles, set the block aside, and try to sit straight without the block. So just take a moment to just try to figure out how to sit straight. Remember using your comfortable posture. And then you can take your hands down towards your knees. Place your palms facing down to feel grounded, and place the backs of your hands up, palms facing up, to feel more awake. So it's really your choice. Either gently hold your knees with your hands, palms facing down, or keep your hands, backs of your hands against your knees, palms facing up. So they say up makes you feel more energized and down makes you feel more grounded. And remember, you can be doing this in a chair as well. And from here, we're going to focus on our breath. So if you're able to control your breath, just do your best. So you're going to breathe all the way in through your nose. In yoga, generally the default is breathing in through your nose. So breathe in through your nose. Remember, you're trying to keep your spine straight. I'm always having this tendency to lean forward. So try to keep your spine straight. Breathe all the way in through your nose. And then exhale out through your nose. Continue on your own breathing, just trying to explore the sensation of breathing in and out through your nose. Remember, just try to relax the area between your neck and your shoulders to keep your shoulders down and back. And as you breathe, just start breathing all the way in through your nose. Try to breathe in a second time without exhaling. So first, your lungs are filled with air. You breathe, is that a past tense? Yeah, so you breathe in once through your nose. Don't exhale. Instead, breathe in a second time. So now the air has to fill your belly. So what we're doing is we're trying to fill the belly with air. So breathe in through your nose, breathe in a second time, and just try to just let go and relax your belly. And as you just inhale, let the air just gently fall into your belly. It's kind of hard to do because we don't usually breathe this way, but it feels so relaxing. So try to breathe in through your nose. Again, just breathe in a second time without exhaling. Just breathe in twice through your nose. And with that second breath, just try to just really relax your belly and just let it fill with air. Just imagine like it's a balloon blowing up. Just totally just fill it with air. Try to retain the breath for just a moment. And then slowly, when you're ready, exhale slowly and mindfully out through your nose. Try to visualize and imagine everything just compressing. So maybe you're a visual imaginer, or maybe you want to imagine how it feels. You want to imagine, however you imagine, just imagine the compression and the expansion. So again, breathing in through your nose twice. Slowly, first your lungs and then your belly will fill with air. Try to imagine them being filled with air as you do so. Let's just do 3 belly breaths, yogic breaths on our own breathing. So let's just do 3. Relax your breath. You can breathe normally. Again, trying to just breathe in and out through the nose. You can place your hands together at heart center. So your palms, so you're just going to like almost act like you're clapping. So now your palms have met, perfectly lined up with each other. Try to keep your fingers relatively close together, your thumbs as well, like a prayer position. Take your thumbs, and with your fingers pointed vertically, put your thumbs close to your heart. And just breathe all the way in through your nose and out through your nose. And now is a really good time, whenever you do your yoga practice, just to kind of think of an intention that you have. Nothing big, nothing major, just something small you want to focus on. So maybe it's something like letting go, or just not being so judgmental of yourself or others, or whatever you're trying to achieve today. Maybe just maybe there's so many different things we can do. And when you come up with your intention, we can begin a yoga practice. So a yoga practice generally should begin with a warm-up of some kind, and may or may not have some faster poses. You can do a yoga class that's all soft, slow poses, or you can do a yoga class that's a bit faster paced. So it really just depends, or like a mix. Typically in the standard yoga class, it's more of like a hatha flow type class. So usually you'll do some warm up and then some standing poses that are a little bit more challenging, and then you come down and do some slower poses to finish the class. But there's also like slower paced classes where you never really have to do much of a warm up at all because it's all slow. So figure out how you're kind of feeling, and then we'll just kind of go from there.